NTSB is an independent federal agency charged by Congress with investigating every civil aviation accident in the U.S. and significant accidents in railroad, highway, marine, and pipeline. We also issue safety recommendations aimed at preventing future accidents. Before I go further, on behalf of all of us at NTSB, I want to express our profound condolences to the family, friends, and survivors of this tragic crash. On January 29th, 2020, at approximately 3 p.m., at the intersection of Commerce and Cheyenne, a Dodge Challenger traveling at a high rate of speed ran a red light and struck a Toyota Sienna van, triggering a multi-vehicle collision. A total of 6 vehicles were involved, and the crash resulted in 9 fatalities. We are grateful to the various agencies who responded to this tragedy. The North Las Vegas Police Department is conducting a parallel investigation and previously released details on the crash. I refer you to them for questions on their investigation. We are not here to duplicate the work of the North Las Vegas Police. Rather, we are conducting a safety investigation looking at broader safety issues of national significance. I'm here on behalf of the board. Our investigator in charge is Brian Bragonnier. Brian is accompanied by a team of our experts focused on scene reconstruction, the vehicles involved, and survivability. In addition to our investigators, we have a specialist from our Office of Transportation Disaster Assistance on scene. He will be working closely with the families and local agencies to provide support to those involved. Throughout the next few days, our investigators will work on scene to thoroughly document the crash site and gather factual information. Our mission is to understand not just what happened, but why it happened, and to recommend changes to prevent it from happening again. We will not be determining the probable cause while we're here on scene, nor will we speculate about what may have caused this crash. We expect the on-scene phase of the investigation to last approximately a week. A 2021 NHTSA report on speeding notes that in 2019, there were 9,478 fatalities in crashes where at least one driver was speeding. That was 26% of total traffic fatalities for the year. From 2019 to 2020, there was an 11% increase in speeding-related fatalities. Approximately 326,000 people were injured in speeding-related crashes in 2019. That's 12% of the total number of people injured. In its 2021 Highway Safety Plan, the state of Nevada identified several emphasis areas, including speed-related crashes and intersection crashes. For us at NTSB, our most important advocacy tool is our most wanted list of transportation safety improvements. Prominent on our 2021-2022 most wanted list is a call for implementing a comprehensive strategy to eliminate speeding-related crashes. Our focus is on developing performance standards for advanced speed limiting and intelligent speed adaptation devices. Our historic focus in this area is on heavy vehicles, but tragedies such as this compel us to evaluate the potential for improving safety by incorporating speed limiting technology in all vehicles. We are also looking into the effect on safety of high performance vehicles on our roads. Other elements of our comprehensive strategy include increasing awareness of speeding as a national safety issue, rethinking how we set speed limits, increasing the proper use of automated speed enforcement for safety purposes. This tragedy is an extreme example, to be sure, but speeding at any magnitude unquestionably increases the risks to safety. To drivers, we urge you to slow down, follow speed limits, make sure your speed is appropriate for the conditions, help us save lives. With that, I'm happy to answer questions, and I would ask that you please identify your affiliation. Yes, sir.
Yeah, John Schrader with the local NTC affiliate. You hinted at it, but why this crash? Why Las Vegas? And how broad is this investigation into traffic safety going to be? Is it just this crash, or are you looking at Las Vegas as a whole?
Well, first of all, this is part of an overall focus on speed as a threat to safety. We're here to investigate this accident because it especially highlights the risks involved and the potential tragedy involved as a result of speed-related accidents.
Joe Mueller, CBS, KLAS TV. What will you do with this information once you gather from this specific crash? Is this going towards a national thing or what, something locally?
Yes, the question is what will we do with the information from this investigation? Again, part of our mission is to make recommendations to ensure that similar tragedies can be avoided in the future. And so we will take what we can learn from this horrible accident and incorporate that into other work that we're doing on speed-related incidents.
Board Member Chapman, Ken Ritter, Associated Press.
Yes, sir.
Will you incorporate in this investigation some other instances? The words I think I heard from you were involving high-performance vehicles, certainly the word speeding. There have been several incidents in the Las Vegas area in recent weeks and months. Would those also be part of your investigation?
We have other investigations ongoing with respect to high-performance vehicles, not specific to Las Vegas, however. These are issues involving other crashes, other accidents in other parts of the country. Yes, sir.
How rare is it for the NTSB to investigate a crash like this that it just involves a few vehicles, that sort of thing? How rare is that?
Well, it isn't rare, but certainly this sort of horrifying crash is rare in itself. So the magnitude of this tragedy catches our attention first of all, but then the significance, the obvious significance of speeding in the fact pattern certainly triggered our interest in launching an investigation.
You
Yes, sir.
mentioned that you would be here for the family and some sort of assistance for them. What does that look like from a federal organization like you? How do you assist families?
NTSB has an extensive transportation disaster assistance, family assistance program. We have a representative here. We do what we can to help ensure that folks have what they need in terms of immediate support and then ongoing support, both emotionally and just in terms sometimes of the logistics involved in responding to this sort of a tragedy.
James Schaefer, Las Vegas Review-Journal. Can you speak to the manpower and the resources that NTSB has currently in the city for this investigation?
We have 3 investigators on site. We have extensive resources at headquarters and elsewhere in the country. We have laboratories at our headquarters which may be involved in analyzing some of the evidence. But here on the ground we have 3 investigators, a representative from our Transportation Disaster Assistance, and then those of us who are here today to represent the board.
And a nuts and bolts question about that, where are you based?
I'm based in Washington, D.C.
You're looking at obviously the vehicles here, the traffic patterns and all that. Do you look at the driver himself, a history of speeding from him, potential intoxication, anything like that as well?
We will. The short answer is yes. We will be looking at the history of the driver, other factors, not just in terms of his driving history, but other factors in terms of what he was doing in the last 24, 36 hours, what other factors may have impacted the driver's performance. The issues that I know have been reported, that I know you all have questions about with respect to his driving record, we don't currently have access to that information, and I would refer you to the North Dallas Police for details on that.
North Las Vegas.
I'm sorry, North Las Vegas. Yes, sir.
It's not typical for the NTSB to come out and do this sort of thing, so to see this as obviously rare, how will it work with North Las Vegas Police Department? Will you be working with them on this, or is it completely separate?
No, we are in fact working with them now. We very much appreciate the cooperative working relationship that we've already established. This certainly will be a cooperative investigation. The focus is a little different in terms of what their investigation is focused on, but the evidence that's being evaluated is the same sort of evidence, and so there's certainly a cooperative arrangement.
Mr. Chapman, Jim Flint from KTNB Las Vegas. I have a question. On the onset of the interview, you mentioned the date. I want to get you to say the date for it may have been incorrectly stated, and we want to be sure we have the date. And also on the probable cause you mentioned that you will not find, I wanted to find out if you meant proximate cause or probable cause, to clarify.
Let me take that question first. The probable cause is a term of art in terms of the NTSB process. And what we seek to do with all of the accidents that we investigate is determine the probable cause. In terms of the date of the accident, I believe it's January 29th, 2022. Do I have that correct? And our understanding is the accident occurred at 3:00 p.m.
Last question?
Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.